All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAHSHI'S, YAHWAHSHI'S, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS. And sincere Shalom to the brothers out here pushing this truth and sincerity. And what I have here is something that was posted 5 years ago. It says Epic Lion Roar at Lincoln Park Zoo. Now, the reason I want to go into this video is because we, as the Israelites, who represent, it was basically is the lions of Judah, of the 12 tribes, I mean, just Israelites in general, of the Lord. It's amazing that we are even pretty much even have this such blessing as Israelites to even be able to have a chance to go into the kingdom. The reason I say that is because, as you can see, this lion, and I'm even go back a little bit, everybody's impressed with how well he roars. And the lion represents even us. Is this lion's these people are just cheering on this lion. This lion's trapped in a cage, and that is us in a nutshell. We roar mightily. We're the best in everything when it comes to this world, and yet we're still just trapped in the cage behind this devil that's constantly cheering us on to do anything wicked or for any entertainment he has. We roar the loudest. I'm talking about all the 12 tribes. We do the hardest working. We do the best music, the best sports, the best designing. And here it is, you have this devil that eggs us on, keeps pushing all these things on us to make it seem like we're where we should be happy in this cage that we're put in. That we was taken from our habitat and put into a cage. And this devil got a lot to pay for, because I bet this lion is not even eating what he's supposed to eat. Nutritious, the actual, be able to go out and hunt, get actual nutritious food, and be able to live the way he has to. No, he's always, this lion, as in every zoo, as in every animal in the zoo, is always monetized. He's always being monitored. They gotta be tamed and all this other stuff. And that's what Esau has done with our people. Our people has been tamed and has followed the doctrine of these devils for a long time. Primarily because, number one, we went off against the Lord, and number two, it's the Lord who ultimately does everything. But this devil still has a lot to pay for all the atrocities and abominations that he has fed our people with so much lies. So I'm going to kick it in with the scripture right now. This is Job 9:24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And Esau has been everywhere. You see his military in Russia, China, Afghanistan, everywhere. Every war that you can think of, Esau had this place had his hand into everything. And he funds these wars. He can go to one side and say, hey, I'm gonna give you a little bit of money. Whole time he's not telling them that he's going to the other side and giving them more money or guns and everything they need. He won't tell that. But that's because he's playing both sides of the fence of the game, so he makes a profit out of it. And they don't, and he can set up these embassies, and he can say, oh, you're going to be held accountable for this. You're going to be held accountable for this. But none of these other embassies can say, no, Babylon needs to be held accountable for these things. No one's saying that. No one's saying that. And it's because the power was given to this devil to do these things. To the point a lot of countries couldn't stand up to this place. But as you can see, how long can you bully someone? This place has been bullying countries for years, decades even. And now that these other countries is fed up with it, they said, we're going to make the same move you're doing. But we're going to amp it up. Which means this place has to amp it up even further. So And then you got the civilians that he starts just using. I'm talking about the rats. Now he's using even his own people for the madness that's going on here. So this is Isaiah 42 and 22. It says this is a people robbed and spoiled. Talking about Jake, talking about all of Israel, been robbed of our identity, spoiled with philosophy, the media, and every other thing under the sun. It says they are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses, which literally prison houses, which is also your schools, your jobs, and then you're snared in holes, which is all sorts of philosophies, your laws, um, your political games, and then Jake is just a runaround circle. That's why we're always the bottom of the totem pole. Going even further, you got Jake that's trying to. You do have Jake that's starting to step up now in this society, but back then, back a couple years ago, it's still mostly, even to this day, it's still mostly foreigners that's still running gas station, pizza parlors, any type of business, hair salons. It's some foreigners. It's not us. And none of our people ever question this. It's just going on about the happy days. And that's the problem, is that they do go on about the happy days. They don't want to see the reality that this place isn't meant for us. It says, there for a prey and none delivereth, for a spoil and none saith restore. And that's why with Putin, he was like, go home, black man. This is not your war. Or this is not your fight. But he would never say, oh, come out of that place and come with us. We'll take care of you and all this other stuff. They won't say that. No one's trying to restore us. We're just literally the bottom of the totem pole in this society that no one wants. It's much like when you play dodgeball. Someone's gonna get picked last because no one wants that person. And that's us. No one wants us. But yet we're the most, I would say, probably the most valued out of this entire society, because without us, this place would be dull. This place would collapse. And I'm talking about if you take out all the Israelites, but even if you take out half of us, and this, like, I'm talking about even just that half of the 12 tribes sign, this place would still wouldn't last long. That's the crazy part. So this place, again, is not meant for us. These people don't understand it. This is Psalms 49 and 11. It says, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. And that's what Esau's even done with us. Like he managed to do with the whole world. But he managed to take our Israelite names and give us byword names. He even calls us after his lands. Like you got Africa, which was from Africa. I forgot Slovakia. Africanus Leo Skip Slovakia. It's been a while since I said it, but Leo Scyphius Africanus. That's the word. And now who you got in there? You got Hamites in there, but you got also the Nigerians, which is also our people, who they call Africans, which is still Israelites. Then you got Jamaicans, which was the Benjamites. And you got the list goes on and on. Like all our Israelite names was changed and given Edomite names. Even during slavery, you got Johnson, several other slavery names, really. And then we're all named after him. So, and then that's why he goes over to other countries and try to lay claim on those other countries, especially when it comes to gas. They make a big profit off of that. So as you can see, this world is just one big cage. Like nowhere, no matter where we go, Esau's there. His mark is still there, and there's no escaping it. That's why when people try to, like, especially Jake, and then you got these other false prophets trying about going to Israel. Well, guess who's in Israel? Guess who owns Israel? These rats, these Edomites. They own Israel. You think escaping Babylon was going to give you any type of salvation? These people don't understand that you can't escape where Esau lays his mark at. That's why prophecy is a thing. And even in prophecy, as we have lions, the Lord is going to set us back in our natural habitats. Because, again, we're not even meant for this society. And even the Lord is showing us mercy. Even when it comes to destroying 2/3 of our people, that's still showing mercy because they can't enter the kingdom like this. And that's why I also pray that me and various other brothers are the hopeful elect. Because our salvation is what we're out here to do. And by the Lord's will, we continue to push that way. But Esau has a lot to pay for. Actually, let me get this. This is Jeremiah 30:17. It says, I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord, because they have called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. And that goes back to the point I was saying, that no one's going to try to rescue us out of this place. We have too many wounds that's inflicted on us. And if anybody were to try to rescue us out of this place, we'd be bringing the madness of this place to another place. And it's just going to still be another Babylon. So Esau has literally laid mark on our people, and it's been a curse. The Lord said we was going to be cursed, and these people is really failing to understand that. This is Romans 12:19. It says, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. So that even goes to these black freedom fighters or these other false prophets talking about we got to take up arms, we got to do this and that. Taking up arms and trying to take over this place is one of the worst things you could try to do. Because we don't want this place. This ain't the kingdom of heaven. And that's what these black freedom fighters like to do. Is that this is really that kingdom of heaven to them. But we stick our faith into the Lord, where He says, vengeance is His. We can't take revenge. It's only that's why we seek salvation, because He's the one. It's the Lord that's ultimately going to do all the work, or at least the destruction of this place. We can't do anything without Him. You got a lot of guys even in the truth that will act like a man is more important than what the Lord set us out to do. Our goal is to stay focused in this truth, to remain humble and do what the work of the Lord diligently, and so that we can see our oppressors fall. This is Malachi 1:2. It says, I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return to build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. So, no matter what these people try to think of that off the top of their head, there's no saving this place. The Lord is going to set his lions back in the natural habitat. That lion is going to be set back in his natural habitat, where he could be able to go out and hunt, breed, and live as a king. As we are supposed to live as kings. But just like that lion, he's trapped in a cage with no type of status, no type of rule, just to be submitted and tamed by by evil thing. And that's us in a nutshell. We have been tamed and broken. But the Lord says he's going to fix that. And that's what we wait on, the destruction of this place, 2/3 of our people being brought back right, and we'll pray to the best of our ability, that we have the hopeful elect. Because that's the end game goal there. To watch this place burn as the Lord lifts us out of this place. But that's pretty much all I wanted to go into with that. So, Lord, this was a little edifying. With that, shalom.